Hey friends, quick walkthrough. Got chives going. Those are from last year. This bed is seeded in radishes, and there's a few leftover onions that'll probably be early harvest. This is a holding bed. I probably planted these out too early, but I've got a big plastic tub that I'm going to put over them if it freezes, and I'm sure it's going to freeze yet. And a few onions and garlic in those pots, and then here I've got more brassicas, onions, and leeks. Those are ready to be carried inside if it freezes, or when it freezes. I'm not sure if I showed the onion beds. These are garlic, and you probably can't see it, but these are all, I've got little onion seedlings in there, and then this is all leeks. Hugelbet, I don't know what's happening here. I do see these are hops right here, and I'm gonna train these on string. Actually, I was supposed to get some twine at the hardware store today and I forgot. Initially I thought these were asparagus, and I don't see any asparagus, and it's kind of disappointing. More hops, lots of hops, and then here there's some more hops right there. Here are a few onions. I put onion seedlings in here. A little bit of strawberries seem to have survived, but we'll see. Some might be waiting to come up yet. It has been cloudy and not a lot of sun, and these plants only get sun for a few hours a day. So they are not really growing taller. I can tell there's more leaf growth in there, especially here the pepper. There's a little bit of leaf growth, and so not a lot happening here, but I think the plants have certainly survived the transplant very well, and when they start growing a little bit, I'm going to put little raincoats on them and put them outside in full sunlight. So some interesting stuff in my old garden from last year. I did a little bit of cleanup. I took out some of the dead plants. Here is a Brussels sprout that you can hardly see it, but it has Brussels sprouts that are opening up. And it might have been edible all winter. Brussels sprouts are one of the more hardy brassicas, and I think that's also Brussels sprout, not really sure. Got some kale and red cabbage. I guess these are dead. They were eaten by a rabbit or something. Whatever this is, it's looking pretty healthy. It lasted through the winter. There was about 5 to 6 foot of snow on this stuff. There's a red cabbage coming out again. I assume this stuff goes to seed the second year. There's some kale. There's a nice kale. This survived the winter really well. And not really a whole lot to see here. I got blueberries, grapes. Just kind of worked over this bed and manured it. And I may not have done a good job with these grapes. They're not looking too happy, but maybe the roots are alive and they'll come back. And that takes us back to the Hugelbet garden. Little friend the rabbit there. Got to make sure he has enough to eat. In this area, we have currants and gooseberries. Probably won't zoom in here. I don't want to bug the rabbit too much. But we've definitely got some fruit production here. And then further there, we've got apple, pear, and got another pear in this pot on wheels here. It's budding out quite well, and it's happy to see spring. And that rabbit is still there. He's just waiting for me to go so he can eat my plants. So in the beer dungeon, getting ready for some brewing tomorrow. Got my herb tray here, everything looking good, no complaints. My response to the goblins was to create this little seedling covered tray, and this, I started them off with water, and then I added fairly low ppm nutrient solution. I think it was about 750. And I've got celery, lemon balm, and one lettuce in there. Here's my herb tray. I believe this herb tray is a month old, although the plants on the left are not a month. They're probably more like, oh, between 1 and 2 weeks. I have high hopes for this tray. I think that the growing herbs under shop lights is going to work quite well. I've got the 4-bulb shop lights. The chive in the back, I'm kind of thinking that that's a waste of my space there, because I can grow huge amounts of chives in dirt outside in a pot, and I probably have 1,000 times as much chives in that one pot that I started out with. Here is my lettuce plantation. I got a Subway tray cover, and to protect from goblins. So now I do have lettuce growing here. This is a romaine type, and the tray seems to hold the bugs back. And I do not know the exact age of these plants because I lost so many and had to replant. I think the big ones are 2 weeks, maybe a little more, and the small ones are probably 1 to 2 weeks. But I don't really know anymore because I think I lost all of the original plants that I had. So that's it here in the beer dungeon. We're getting ready to start the brewing season again, and that should be fun tomorrow, hoping to make 10 gallons. So one thing about these basil, I think that, well, you can see there's some yellow in the leaves, and the leaves are curved. I think that there is too much fertilizer in this mix. It's between 1,100 and 1,200 parts per million. I think I'm going to run 1,000 with herbs. I think I just got a little bit too much. The parsley are looking good now. For a while they looked like burn spots, but I don't think it was really burn spots. Maybe you can see on this one, you can see a little bit of whitish color, yellow color, and not a lot, but enough to make me think that it's not optimal. And my guess is if I reduce it to 1,000 parts per million, and maybe the problem is the light was too close for a while, but I don't think so. So I'm pretty happy with how this part is growing.